What is it? Friday, September 26th. I did a minute and a half joke about JD Vance being a trans or token. And then I was like, oh, here's even a better one. He's a token trans person. I should have done that one. Too late now. Because he's a trans, he's a token, you know, whatever. Why did they take that suffix? Why did they take the Greek suffix? Prefix. Suffix is after, prefix is before. Why are they fucking hijacking that term? So why couldn't they just call that guy like a fucking fruitcake or a gay or a faggot or something? You know, why are they calling him like a tranny? Like, why is it always trans? Is it trans? Why do they get to take that word? How come they got to hijack that word? Hijacking words. Whatever. JD Vance. Tranny. Trans. Token or token trans. Funny. He's like a token trans person. The other joke, I don't have the balls to do this joke, but I'll do it anyway. The premise of this joke, it's a Baky Boy joke, because in Bakyism, you find a little fucking white trash person or a little trash kid. You find a trash kid and you mentor them, wink wink, nudge nudge, and you know, that's kind of the joke. You know, the JD Vance is he gets tea for Donald Trump. He sings and dances. He performs for him, right? He's a good boy. He's a very good boy. Did you see the way he fought when Zelensky? Remember when Zelensky, Trump, and Vance were in the room? Did you see the way he fought for him? Ooh-wee. He was a good boy. Ooh-wee. You're a jerk, aren't you? Chip on your shoulder. I need to Google, what does chip on your shoulder mean? It's an aphorism, right? Chip on your shoulder? What's that one about? Bucky. Yeah, okay, so here's another one you could do if you're going to do one. It's, you break your messages down into the right and the left. This is only for people on the left. So if you're on the left, this is only for you. I'm joking. People aren't going to actually turn it off. If you were on the right wing, you would not turn off the fucking YouTube if someone said, you know. But the premise of the joke is like, are you on the left? Remember how the right would never shut up about pederasty? And you know how, like, I was working at this place, this guy had a thing on the back of his truck, and it basically said, Biden fucks kids. That's what the sticker basically said. And, you know, you fight fire with fire, right? Which is, you know, I wonder what that aphorism comes from. Sometimes firefighters will start fires to try and stop a fire. I mean, I think that's true. Is that where the aphorism comes from? I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I should look that one up. Fight fire with fire. So basically, if you're on the left right now, what you need to do is you need to, you accuse everybody on the right of being fucking pederast, baky-bazi faggots, right? That's what you do, so. You know, Donald Trump, he found himself a nice little white trash boy from Appalachia. You know, he's kind of, you know, and then it changes the, you know, it ruins something that was once beautiful, you know, a relationship of Donald Trump and JD Vance. Now, every time people look at them, they'll go, yeah, JD Vance, we know why you're here, you token trans Baky Boy. Very funny. Trump or someone's getting all the military people together in somewhere. Is it the FBI guy or something? Like 100 of the top U.S. Army people. Crackdown. See, I was thinking of it initially, and I was like, my initial thought was like, you know, Trump's got a big list. But what I think he does is he goes like, hey, he gives all his friend governors, he's like, I've got 50 slots, okay? You can arrest 50 people. So he's going to go down to like Florence, Alabama, and then the governor will go down to Florence, Alabama, and be like, I got 10 slots. I can get 10 people arrested for you. So the mayor gets to choose 10 people that get arrested in Florence. He gets to get rid of some of his enemies. There's going to be a big fucking sweep all over the country. And then what else? Here was another one. Everyone's making a big deal about all this stuff. The surface level stuff. Did you know that the people who invented all this like facial recognition shit were like the fucking the casinos? Because, the casinos, let's say 10,000 people go into a casino a day, 50, 20, 30, 40,000. 90% of them are fucking idiots. They go in there, they lose their money. And like 10%, 10%, the card counters, the cheaters. So they invented like facial recognition software to try and catch those fuckers. Donald Trump owns a casino. He's in the casino business. Or he is, I don't know. If he still is, I don't know. So right now, the cameras, I don't know if this is true or not, but I think it's possible. It's probably pretty easy to do, or it's reasonably priced. That if there were cameras and there was like a computer system in each city, they could identify the faces of people. Each red light has a fucking camera system. And then it would have a little box and it would go, blah, 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 walking right here, right now. So, something to keep in mind. Donald Trump owns the computers. He owned a casino, and they invented facial recognition software to find the. Because I like to count cards. I'm a card counter. I've never been to a casino, and the reason I don't go to casinos is you're basically going to lose, right? It's 52, 53% in the house. I don't play games I can't win. So, I try and avoid losing. So I don't go to casinos. But, he runs the casino, so if you go into a casino, you're going to lose statistically, right? That's the reason casinos exist, because they have a 52, 53, 54, 55% win rate on their stuff. So I try and avoid playing, but the less I have to play against the house, the happier I am. Yeah, here's another Charlie Kirk joke. You have two choices. Charlie Kirk was either a saint, pure 100% white. He never farted in his life. He never burped. He never did one fucking thing wrong in his life. And the other story is Charlie Kirk is either, he's the Antichrist. He's pure black. There's no middle ground in this story. You basically have to choose a side. So there's no grays, which is not good. Not good, because I refuse to call that guy a white knight. And, there's a lot worse people in the world, too. So I'm not going to call him evil either, because, he was... But whatever, I'm fucked on this one. They're going to force you to play poker. And you're going to lose, because it's not poker, like 21. 21 is your best. The most even game is 21, I think. And it's like a 51% chance the house wins or something? Whatever. Unless you can count cards. Which, I try and count cards. I try and look and see what's going on. I try and count cards, but, there's cameras. Trump has cameras everywhere now. And, he sees me counting the cards probably. So, whatever. It's a joke, by the way. I'm paranoid, but I'm not that paranoid, right? What time is it? It's 1:30, Friday, September 25th. I had to turn my phone off, and I was only on for like 5 seconds, and I turned it off to figure out the day. I knew it was either Thursday or Friday. I got rained on. I went to Publix, and I got some pizzas, and I got some sundae cones, and then I got some ding-dongs. DiGiorno pizzas, like $3.50 each. Buy one, go. They're not as good as the Frushettas, but they're edible. And I'm hungry. So there was this thing called I think this is open source. I don't think I'm spilling any beans. There's a thing called here, let's do it this way. Did you know in the Soviet Union you were not allowed to move around freely? You had to have like a passport, and you had to, because the left is all like, open borders, even in fucking Soviet Russia, you couldn't move around freely. You know, you couldn't go from city to city. It wasn't some fucking idealistic shit. You know, I don't know how this shit works. Like, it seems like the left and the right are more... Oh, I was watching a review of Children of Men, and in that movie, they have like checkpoints everywhere, and like, it's like a 2006 movie where there is no future because all the babies died or something. I don't know, but it's a dystopian world, and Britain is the only thing left standing, and whatever. Oh, so the point of this was, movement around. You know, like they're gonna put you in a computer system. You know, like Jane is a secretary. She works at blah 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 industries. She works 9 to 5. She shops at McDonald's. You know, Walmart. They'll put her in a fucking little database. That's the future. You know, and Donald Trump does that shit. He was in the fucking casinos. He had a big old list of people. These are the card counters. These are the cheaters. These are the. You know, it's about movement, right? You know. So I'm trying to make some money here, man. How am I supposed to make money if I can't count cards? You expect me to go to the casino and just like throw the dice? I'm not gonna fucking do that. I'm not gonna throw dice unless I can load them or I can fucking count cards or something. And that's why I don't like Trump. Trump's really smart. He knows. He can see that I will try and load the dice or count the cards. Or I don't like that fella. I don't like him. So police state. Donald Trump's going to be, you know, because he got those 100. His second or third guy got like 100 generals together, and then they're going to go down to the governors and they're going to be like, hey, you want to get rid of some of your enemies? So whoever the fucking governor is it still that lady from Auburn? They're gonna be like, hey, you wanna get rid of like I'll give you 200 arrests. You can arrest 200 people. She'll send the list, and then she'll go down to the governor, you know, the mayor of Florence. She'll give him 10. You know, like you get 10 arrests. You can arrest 10 people around here. Nice little. We'll call them trans people. We'll call them trans, and then we'll arrest them. They're gonna come to my house in the middle of the night, put a hood on me. This is gonna be nice. You're a paranoid little fuck, aren't you? A little bit. I'm a trans only in the Greek prefix way. Suffix is after, prefix is before. Whatever. I should start sucking Trump's cock. Did I ever tell you are the coolest guy ever, Trump? I have to say, you are a fucking cool cat, motherfucker. I've never had anything negative to say about you in your entire fucking life, man. Whatever, this lady's creeping me out. I don't have any evidence for that. I mean, I saw in the news that they're getting 100 people together and they arrested Comey. I don't know how evil Comey was. He was, on a scale of 1 to 10, how evil was Comey? Something about Hillary or something. Didn't Hillary hate him too? I feel bad for the guy because like everybody hates him. Like the Democrats hated him, and now Trump's arresting him. Man, that guy, whoo-wee. I would not want to be him. Oh man. Didn't the Democrats blame him for like losing the election or something, or whatever? Poor fella. You don't have a sheet of paper, you didn't write anything down. Damn it, I'm out of ideas already. Oh, street smarts. You have, the street, book smart and street smart is? I'm trying to get street smart. I'm walking on the street, so I'm trying to get street smart. How about that for a joke? I'm trying. The idiot thought that by walking around on the street he would get street smart. That's not how you get street smart. Yeah, I hate those fucking 2-minute videos, man. It makes you all like, it makes me all fucking nervous. Like it's like a time limit. I like this shit where you can like walk slow. People can't stand this shit though, man. Fucking zoomers and boomers and doomers and groomers and loomers and zoomers and hoomers and coomers and doomers and stoomers. Whatever. Oh, man. So the right wing's going to go farther. The left thinks the right's going to go like so far. My theory is that whatever the left thinks the right's going to do, the right's going like 3 times harder than the left thinks the right is going. I think they're going like really hard. Like I think it's going to be like cameras with facial recognition. They're going to fucking plot everybody's fucking life out. And they're going to fucking... I think this is open source. I'm like 90% sure this is open source. And this was like back in 2010, okay? So this is old news. You used to take pictures of people, and then you take their fingerprints, and then, you know, you just you make a big database of it, and then you track people's movements and shit. You know, China does this with their workers and shit. I mean, whatever, so... You know, there's just gonna be a huge fucking... He's gonna have access. He's basically a, you know, he's a fucking pimp. You know, if you're a pimp, you gotta know who's fucking your whores, right? You want to know who the people are who are gonna fucking hurt your ladies. You know, you can't let the Johns go too far with your ladies. So, you know, if you're a casino operator, you don't want fucking card counters. You don't want fucking people coming in there with like fake chips. You know, shit like that. So I'm fucked because I only like to gamble when I can cheat. I refuse to play against the house unless I can cheat. So I don't really go to the fucking casinos unless I can cheat somehow. Is there anyone know where I can get some fake? What are those things called? The fake money. What are those chips? Fake chips. Fake cards. So cameras everywhere. 100 generals meeting together. What else? Comey arrested. Went to Publix, got some pizzas, got rained on. What else? I googled JD Vance. He's from, I think, Ohio or something, or Kentucky, something like that. I thought he was from a trailer park. He's from the Appalachians. Same thing. White trash, you know. Same fucking thing, right? Whatever. Trying to count cards. Trump's gonna break my eyes and my fingers. You've seen like Casino, right? Like they put that guy's head in a vice and they threaten the guy's hand with a drill or a hammer. They beat his hand with a hammer. Right? That was Casino, right? And they do the thing with a vice. Was that over card counting, or what was that about? That was Joe Pesci putting a guy's head in a vice. I haven't seen that movie in a while, so I don't remember what that was about. But they threatened they had like electronic counting devices or something in their feet. This was the 70s, right? Or whatever. Huh. Yeah, you're not gonna make this one. Your genes, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Yeah, probably. Children of man. He has no money in his pocket, and he has like cigarettes and a whiskey, and he uses the whiskey to deliver the baby, and he trades his cigarettes for a lantern. I mean, that was someone else's review. I didn't see that. That was someone else. I was watching a review of the movie. I didn't watch the movie. I mean, I've seen the movie. There's some really good scenes in it where there's like a 6-minute continuous shot, which is pretty fucking cool. Anytime you can do that, that's a lot of effort. There's that one movie about Dunkirk. What's that movie about Dunkirk called? That's got a really good 6-minute scene in it. That's a good movie. What else is there? What other movies have 6-minute scenes in them? Oh, I had an idea. You know, if you're going to be an artist, you have to. You have two choices. You make art so that nothing in your head ever like backs up. It's the human form of sewage. That way you get rid of all your shit as fast as it comes in. But then I was like, I don't know, is that good or bad? Maybe. That could work as an analogy. What else? Yeah, it's not good. America, America. This is. Oh yeah, so that one guy was talking about Bob Saget. Let's bring back Bob Saget. What else? You really do. You got a leftist bias, I think. In the communist Russia, they didn't let people move around. Yeah, because in that one Children of Men, they were like Britain, no more immigration. They had like immigrants in fucking cages and shit. That was a weird movie, but they couldn't. Yeah, that was a weird fucking movie. It was wet. It was colder when I first started. Now it's getting humider and muggier and hotter. There was like a wind in the beginning, and now it's a little hotter. Harry Potter. What else? And my other shoes are drenched, so I'm wearing boots. What else? Imagine if the left tried doing that, putting like cameras everywhere with like facial recognition. Like right now, there's a camera on me. Theoretically, I don't have proof of it. You know, it's like, this is his name. You know, beep beep. You know, it's like the facial. Is it tetra? You know, like the little thingies that it does. Whatever. Here's an interesting idea. So I was raised to be paranoid about the right. So that's how I'm thinking. Is that how because my brain always says, you know, the right can't be as stupid as they act. Bush was not stupid. There's no way he was stupid. He was like malicious, right? And then like Trump is not. When Trump acts stupid, he's actually being. It's a distraction. It's like a magic trick, right? You know, if like who's the fucking tiger magic guy? Who's the fucking tiger magic guy? Whatever, the Las Vegas tiger magic guy. If you can like transport shit through solid walls, if I had that power, I'd just go into a fucking bank and steal all the fucking gold. So, you know, my common sense tells me he does not actually have those powers, because if he had those powers, someone would just steal all the money out of the banks, right? It would just be like, what was that fucking guy's name with the tiger? Whatever, Houdini, the bank robber. He wouldn't be a fucking magician. He'd be a bank robber, right? Houdini strikes again. $10 million stolen from the bank. So my common sense always tells me, you know, when Trump acts stupid, he's up to something. He's doing, it's called the pledge, what is it called? The pledge. You've seen The Prestige, right? The pledge, the something. Whatever. Look over here, look over here, look over here. There's a camera right now looking at my face, probably. Where is it? Is there one? Is that a camera? I think it's a camera. Is that a camera? I think it's a camera, right? It kind of looks like one. Are you a camera, buddy? You almost look like one. Are you a camera or not? I can't tell. So then the right would be as paranoid about the left as I am about the right then, because, you know, like, they'd be like, you know, because, you know, I look at the right as being like, you know, casino operators who just want to, you know, make their 1, 2, 3% off of, if they touch it, you know, $1 billion, they get 3% of that $1 billion, right? And then, I mean, they have to pay the blackjack dealers and shit. Whatever, I don't know. Oh, the other joke was, did you do it was a Charlie Kirk joke. It's the same thing. It's the same thing as, the JD Vance one. It's, Charlie Kirk. He was a man with great oral skills. He had the mouth made out of velvet. A velvet mouth. He could, it's the same JD Vance joke. It's just a Baky Boy joke. Oh, and then the punchline was, you don't go touching Donald Trump's boys. Huh? That's a good one. You should do that one, actually. That one is kind of funny. Don't go touching. They're his boys, ain't your boys. You know, a Baky Boy would be like a harem whore, almost. Because he was a good boy. Kirk was a good boy. He did what Trump told him to do. He was a good boy. He had great oral skills. He could oratate. He had, I don't know, whatever. You're an idiot. Is that guy, oh, he's in the left-hand turning, or what? Is he sleeping? He's waiting on the left. Everyone on the right was like, why is the left not like putting cameras everywhere with facial recognition stuff? So they're like, you know, they're going to come in and do that. Is that your thesis now? The whole time they're like, man, if we were in control, we'd have cameras everywhere with these idiots. Why aren't they doing it? Huh. You know, technological advancement has come a long way since, 10, 20 years. The things that are possible now were only halfway dreamable 10 or 20 years ago. You don't go touching Trump's boys. Trump's boys are his boys. If any of you people get caught fucking with any of Donald Trump's boys, there's gonna be hell to pay. Wow, weren't you just talking about how he's gonna arrest a bunch of people in the next month? Dumbass. In game theory, there's the concept called the madman. And the madman, Nixon tried it. It's called Nixon's a madman, but it's a tactic in gambling and in diplomacy. But if your entire tactic is pretend to be the madman the whole time, people get tired of that one pretty fast. So you got to balance it out. You got to do different tricks. There's high ground, low ground. It's a lot of tricks you got to learn. The high ground, Anakin. The low ground, Anakin. In the mud. In the lava, Anakin. In the mud, Anakin. And then he's gonna fucking backtrack on Ukraine, but whatever, who cares? Maybe he'll get some minerals out of it. If you're on, this is only for people on the right, okay? If you're on the left, you can't listen to this. This is only for people on the right. Look, you guys need to get Donald Trump to invade Canada, or invade Greenland, or invade Iceland, okay? People need a win. There's a lot of aggression out here, and that aggression needs to be externalized against Canadians or Greenlanders or Icelanders, because there's a lot of bloodthirst out here, and these people want blood, and so give them Canadian blood or Iceland blood or Greenland blood, Donald Trump. That would be my advice. Only for people on the right. If you're on the right, if you're on the left, you cannot listen to this. It's only for people on the right. Okay, so now if you're on the left, you can listen again. And fucking child. Dun, 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 dun. So what's gonna happen next? Martial law crackdown. He's gonna turn Antifa into a terrorist organization. He's gonna George Bush Antifa, right? He's gonna tap all the leftist organizations the way the mosques were tapped. He's not stupid. He knows what he's doing. I always look at Trump and I go, that guy's dangerously smart. He's not stupid. It's too bad he's not stupid as the left says he is. This would be a lot easier to do. Whatever, fuck it. How many slots do you think the mayor of Florence is going to get? How many arrests is he going to be given? Is there going to be federal people around here? Vans coming out to people's houses? The mayor gets to choose 10, 20, 30 people. They disappear in one night. It's going to be beautiful. He's so lucky. You think he delegates it out? Does he go down to the district people? He's like, hey, I got 3 for each of you. Or there's 7 times 3 would be 21, right? 6 times 3 would be 18. Something like that. There's a... Does he delegate him out or does he choose him himself? La di da ti da, la di da ti da ti da. I'm gonna disappear with the hood on my head. You paranoid, insane person. Whatever. Do 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 do. It's never my world anyway, so why should I care? Not my world. I'm not from here. I'm from Mars. I'm on tiger blood. I snort. Donald Trump sank the 4th drug boat on the 19th of September. Mr. Trump, this shall not stand, sir. This shall. You are taking coke out of the noses of hard-working Americans. Stop it. Bad boy. The last one supposedly had 100 kilos on it. Ooh, I wonder what a kilo. Is it 20 or 30K a kilo? I want some fucking coke. God, I want some fucking coke. Yeah. Go to war with Venezuela. They have oil, right? You could do that. There's that Joe Rogan thing where they were talking about how they were going to assassinate fucking cartel leaders. I had this joke. Here was the joke I was doing. Cartel leaders. Are cartel leaders conservative or liberal? Yeah, my gut reaction is the cartel leader is kind of like a pimp. He's kind of like a control guy. He's kind of like a pit boss, like a casino operator. They're very conservative people, actually. But why is the left is all like, let's liberalize drugs, and the cartel leaders are all like businessman people who hang people off of bridges and shit. Whatever. I don't fucking know. You got to make a message. If someone cheats at your fucking casino, you got to break their fucking hand or hang them from a bridge. It's the same thing, right? So here's a question, because I'm probably insane, but my mind jumps from things. I'll look at something and I'll go, hey, that connects to this. So I'm probably insane. But then I think, what does a normal person do? Do you just look at something and go, what would Trump say? What would Obama say? Do you just try and guess what Obama or Trump or Biden would say? Do you just try and guess who your leader would tell you? I see a red light. What would Trump think if I didn't stop at the red? How does that work for a normal person? I'm trying to figure out how people work. How do you things work? How do you work things? Things work things? I don't know. Huh. What are you? Big truck? Are you real, big truck? I'm not gonna make that joke. I was gonna make a joke about, can I jump in front of that? But then people will be like, he's crazy. No, it was a joke about, is that truck real? It's clearly real based on how I'm going left to avoid it. Beneath his veneer of epistemological cynicism, I'm still avoiding a fucking truck, man. I'm not gonna fucking get hit by an 18-wheeler. It's probably real. Maybe. The illusionary truck drove at him. Do you think Trump is a truck? You're not gonna actually. He might arrest people, but it's gonna be like stupid college kids, right? It's gonna be a bunch of college kids and a bunch of fucking immigrants and shit. They're not gonna come after me. They're not gonna arrest me in the middle of the night, are they? Put a thing on my head. It's just gonna be a bunch of fucking college kids, right? Probably. Are you a college kid who runs your mouth and says stupid shit like catch fascist? Well, you're gonna get arrested, so you should have thought of that before you said stupid stuff. Whatever. But it was cool. And all the ladies were like, he's so cool. I wonder, do the ladies like is the trainee killer guy cool? Is that gonna get you pussy? Are you gonna get pussy? I like the trainee assassin guy. He's cool. All the ladies are like, yeah. I don't know. Huh. That's a good one. So then they're gonna have to make Trump movies, the Trump '80s movies, the Rambo, the 2 and 3, Rambo 2 and 3. Whatever. What the fuck? There must be a sewer under there. Probably goes over. I don't know. Where's the sewers around here? Where is the nearest sewer line? That's a good question. I don't know. There? I mean, like a big one, like a big trench. Is there a big trench right there? I don't know. Maybe. Street smarts. This is not how you get street smarts. You get street smarts by, I don't know, you sell drugs on the street or something? You know, you get street smarts by selling drugs on the street. I have a bunch of crack vials or a bunch of marijuana. They sell by the gram bags, ounce bags. I'm like, officer, do not arrest me. I am merely trying to get street smarts. I am not a drug dealer. This is merely a warning, something. I don't know. You got me. There's the office. See the office back. There's a true back. Oh, that's a lot of us. T-Mobile, Palm Beach tanning in the Palm Beach. Neurotropics, cocaine. You should Google, you should try and find a stand-up thing. Try and do like 3 jokes, see if you can do that. You could try your Charlie Kirk joke, or your JD Vance joke. No one around here would laugh at those jokes. They like Charlie Kirk and JD Vance. They lack the intelligence to understand that Donald Trump is he's just like the left. Yeah, you couldn't move around in the Soviet Union. You know, you had to get like papers and shit. This is gonna get ugly, man. Police, state, cameras. I'm so excited. There's gonna be cameras everywhere. They're gonna document everyone's life and put everyone in boxes and document everything. It could be good. It'll be good for crime. It'll stop crime. To some extent. Little bunny, farmer, get your gun. Rabbit, have your fun. Have some rabbit pie. Whatever. Ask about our wheat plants. Hey, you're an idealistic little one, aren't you? Listen to some more Manson quotes. I was trying to get this. There's this one Manson quote he has where he's like, "Don't make me come down there," because you know his whole thing was he would motivate people by saying, "Don't make me do it." And then they would go do the bad thing. But then I was watching this thing. Supposedly he tied up the person, and then his people killed him or something. I didn't know that. I mean, I learned that today. That was the late night guy. What's his face? He was like weird looking. He interviewed him. That was a weird. Manson. On the one hand, Manson is completely and utterly insane. On the other hand, he's scarily. There's weird things about the way he. I don't know. That's a good question. Nah. On a scale of 1 to 10, that would be a good question. If you could get a macro answer on the 350 million people, how crazy is Manson? Is he like, whatever? His whole thesis is society creates the individual. vis-a-vis the individual is crazy because of society, which is his best argument, right? That's, if you give him the most, they're straw manning Manson would be like, he's just an idiot. And then the steel man would be like, okay, society creates the individual to some extent, right? I mean, even the conservatives believe that. If you had a bunch of 5 and 6 and 7 year olds being taught to, what's a kindergarten, first grade, second grade song? Huh. Sam sat in the sand. You did that joke already, right? Like, Sam sat in the sand. Sam took out the knife and cut off his dick. Little kids are, they're followers, right? They're little cults. You ever seen the Barney? Palestinian Barney teaches the kids how to put strap a bomb to their chest. Palestinian Barney. Huh. Hey, the right wing believes in that shit too, right? They believe in cultural warfare, which is the same thing as like what Manson's saying, right? There's culture creates. Breitbart said that, politics is downstream of culture. He's basically, that's basically what Manson said, right? Huh? Right? Isn't that true? Don't ask me, man. I don't know. Manson's insane. What happened to that joke about, going around taking all the pictures of the open signs? You people, you drive people crazy, you Firehouse subs, saying you're open. I would like a Firehouse sub. They are not open. That is the reason I killed Sharon Tate. Good one. They would leave the Firehouse subs open sign on, and it drove me insane. You teach your kids you can leave an open sign on when the store is clearly not open, man. It's your best Manson impression. Yeah, it is. Don't make me go down there and close that open sign. Yeah, your jokes have gotten way too insider-ish. When you're making Manson turn off the sign jokes, I don't think anyone could understand that joke without a large amount of in-depth knowledge. That's a bit too far. A bit too esoteric on the joke there. Whatever happened to comedy where people just got kicked in the balls? I like that. That was, wiffle ball to the dick. America, America, this is you. Boop-a-doop-a-doo. Want to turn to the mall? You gonna go all the way down? How far are you going with this? Oh, it was the Manson was the Jesus of the hippies, because all the sins of the hippies got put on Manson, and then all the hippies became innocent. But in reality, a lot of the hippies were shitty people, and Manson was not a good person, but he's not as evil as they make him out to be. So all the sins of the hippies got put on Manson, and then he becomes the kind of the scapegoat. All the people who were like, on a scale of 1 to 10, there was, there's 1s, 2s, 3s, all the way up to 10s. He was probably a 9, or he was probably an 8 or 9 on a bad scale. But all the 6s and 7s and 5, 6s and 7s of shitty hippies, they got to be like, hey, Manson took they took their sins away, right? They just threw them on Manson, and poor Manson. Terrible person, but still a scapegoat, I guess. Whatever. He was hanging out with like Roman Polanski. That guy was a sick fuck, right? The whole thing is kind of shady. Oh, they made a statue of Epstein and Donald Trump. They called it like and they put it in front of the Capitol building. That was a cool statue. I think it's bullshit that Epstein and Trump can't be friends. I think, what's the point of being a billionaire if you can't have like a sex island? I mean, that's bullshit that you ruin their friendship. I think you're all just jealous of their money. Epstein and Trump are like billionaires, and you people are all jealous. So you're like, and Trump just wanted to have fun and go to Epstein Island, and it's like going to Sandals or whatever, right? I mean, what do you expect? Do you expect Trump to go to Sandals or whatever the fucking whatever you people go to down in Jamaica or whatever? Hey, they fixed their sign. Good job. I'm not going to walk down to Crystal's. Are you going to walk down to Crystal's? Crystal's still says cry, probably. That's been a year. A whole fucking year, probably. That it's been crying at Crystal's. Cry me a Crystal's. Cry me a Crystal's. There's a shell company. They don't actually sell gas. It's just a shell company. What else? Pyramid. He did the pyramid joke, right? Would you like to go see the pyramids? It's a pyramid scheme. AT&T. Illards. There's Illards. I remember there used to be a Dillard's there. Now there's an Illards. That's kind of unique. There's a Sam's Club. It's kind of like Walmart. Sam Walton. But it's Sam's, so it's, you buy in bulk or something. Like a Costco. If you've never been to a Costco or a Sam's, how do you explain Sam's or Costco to another person? It's kind of like if you've never been to a Sam's, it's like going to a Costco, and if you've never been to you have to go to one of the two to understand the other. Are there any shops like Costco or Sam's Club that are not, you don't have to pay a membership fee? What the fuck are you? Coffee. Stones. They've got those Hummers. The police have the Hummers. Do they have any like MRAPs or anything? Do they have anything like do they have any good vans or anything? Sheriff's vans? How are they gonna get the arrests off for the Antifa members in the next month, half month, 2 weeks? Black hoods, middle of the night. Do 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 do. I'm walking slower because I'm wearing boots, and I don't know, they're heavier. And I have 2 pairs of socks on because otherwise it's too loose in the boot. 2 pairs of socks makes it so it's tighter, which is, otherwise it'll chafe. Chafe. Also, I just don't feel like walking fast. should get on a bicycle. Should you go biking? What time is it? Like 2? It's 2:21. You could turn around at this stop sign, and it would take you 45 minutes to get back if you walk faster. And then you could go biking at 3 o'clock, 3:30, or something like that. Yeah, that one joke about, the misgendering people at the bank. You should have found a better word for that, because I think you're just being an idiot on that one. There's nothing witty on that one. That was just seeing how far I can go with it. There was the joke you had about the attack helicopter. You ever heard the line, "I sexually identify as an attack helicopter"? I would love to be a helicopter. That'd be fucking fun. But then it's like, why do you want to be an attack helicopter? Because an attack helicopter has like Hellfire missiles and like a 30 cal or 50 cal machine gun, or 50 something cannon, right? It has a cannon on the front. Can't you just be a helicopter? You have to be an attack helicopter. I sexually identify as a helicopter, not an attack helicopter, just a helicopter. It'd be kind of fun to fly around. That'd be, Transformers, people who are secretly helicopters. I don't think that works. Open sign. Truck. Optimus Prime. Michael Bay. Coffee place. Ross, Dress for Less. Shell Company. Cato. What was that place called? They had art supplies. They went out of business. Doesn't matter. Transformers. People who are helicopters. Chipotle. Open sign. McDonald's. Panera. Bread. They have bread. Bread in circuses. Nope. It's a circus. It's bread. Pizza. I had a DiGiorno pizza. I like the bruschettas better. Bruschettas are better than DiGiorno. But it's like $3.50. So I'll eat it. What else? And you suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. You suck. Token. 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 He's a token. He's a token. He's a token. Aren't we all deep down just token people? Are we really people, or are we just token people? Oh yeah, that joke. If you had like a pedophile, and they had like an elementary school yearbook, he'd be like covered in cum or something. That was kind of stupid. What else? I forgot there were 6. Because technically there's kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade, fourth grade. I forgot the kindergarten added a year or so. It was higher than I thought, like 97, 96, 97, because you had all the elementary school. So what is it, 91? You should do the math on that. You should try and figure out the math. Because there's that blue one is the kindergarten one. Kindergarten is the blue one. And that red one, right, is the red one. So what is it? It's a blue is where you're 91. So it's kindergarten 6. So 4, 5, 5, 91. Is that how it works? And then 92 is red. Huh. Right? Let me double check that when I get back. Blue. 92 or 90? First grade? Was it kindergarten? It was kindergarten. Was it kindergarten or first grade when Clinton got elected? Might have been kindergarten. Or first grade? Kindergarten or first grade? Kindergarten? Huh. Oh yeah, the third party joke. Remember I was doing the one about the demon and Kirk is either like pure 100% white or he's pure 100% black. It's like the Democrats are either pure 100% white and then it's like, or you can try doing like a third party, and if you do that, you're gonna get fucking raped like Gaddafi. Because like Gaddafi had the third way, and then he got raped to death. Right? The third way. You better be careful that people find you doing some third way. You'll get Gaddafi'd. Are you tired of Pepsi and Coke? Well, now there's Royal Cola. There's the third cola. Poor Gaddafi. Poor Gaddafi. JD Vance. He's like a token poor to rich story. That's what I'm actually saying. I'm saying he's a token poor to rich story. He's not a lady boy or a boy lady or whatever. He's a token poor to rich story. Huh. Ha ha ha. I don't even know his fucking story, to be fair. I mean, I'm just being a jerk. Being a jerk. It's fun to be a jerk. It's fun to be a jerk. It's so fun. It's so fun. Being a jerk is really fun. Want to walk by the movie posters? Walk by the movie posters. Local man arrested looking at movie. I think I'm legally allowed to do that, right? Maybe. 50-50. 50-50, I can look at movie posters, right? Jurassic Park with Scarlett Johansson, and they're looking for cancer shit on a dinosaur island. And then there's probably some other shitty movies. Let's see what other shitty fucking movies there are. What other shitty movies are there? What shitty movies are there? Judge Dredd 3. That last Judge Dredd movie is fucking cool. The one with the skyscraper. They had that fucking cool drug. It would like slow down time and shit. They should make another one of them fucking movies. That was a cool movie. Why don't they make another one of them? Make a... I don't know. Let's see. I mean, movies aren't for you. You don't even when movies are around. I mean, you were torrenting them, right? You were never actually paying for them, right? So you really have no right to complain. These other people pay for them. You're just sort of freeloading off their movies. What do you got? The Bold, Beautiful Journey. How close can I get without being illegal? There's something about umbrellas and The Bold, Beautiful Journey with Colin Farrell. Okay, you got Downtown Abbey on Walk or Die. You got Him, which is about I don't know. Demon Player, The Conjuring, The Hero Tour, Dude Perfect, Showgirls 2, Cabby's Dollhouse. I don't know. They got One Battle After. That's P.T. Anderson doing he's like a druggy lefty. He's like an Antifa, but he's like 50, and he hides because it was the French something. Showgirls. And they got Strangers. You got The Conjuring, Downtown Abbey, The Walk, The Senior, and Him. All look fucking terrible. The Senior, what the fuck is that about football? Whatever. What's Him about? It looks religious almost, like a... Reminds me of that one where the Japanese guy, they make him hold shit up or something, like the Olympic one. In World War II, they capture an Olympic guy. I don't know. Him and The Senior? Huh. Whatever. Making a new Star Wars movie, but it's a Mandalorian, and those TV shows are already like movies, right? They already have the production value of movies. Whatever, it's never would have seen that coming. You know, it's kind of cool. I mean, it's cool that like they make like TV shows where each episode costs like 10 or 20 million. I guess that's cool. I don't know. Him and The Senior. Him? What's Him about? Some guy holding up stuff. What is it? It's hard to do, right? Holding your arms up if you try and do that for like 5 or 10 minutes. That's kind of hard, right? It looks easy. It's actually kind of hard, right? McRae's, Dillard's, JCPenney. Har har har. Hee hee hee. 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 Har har har. How many slots do you think the mayor gets? Each state gets so many slots, like, dear Governor Auburn lady, you get 100 slots. Then over all of the United States, he's going to do, like, how many arrests? 350 million people? Do you think he'll do like 1,000, 2,000, 1,500, 3,000, 5,000, 10,000? The thing about Trump is I think people really underestimate him. He's going to arrest 1 million people. Mark my words. 10 million people are going to be arrested. How many people has he deported with ICE? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. Someone shot at ICE people. That's not good. See, I'm telling you, you lefties, you guys are idiots, man. Like, why are you doing stupid shit? Why are you doing stupid shit? You're going to get your shit pushed in. You're going to get your shit pushed in. Doo-dah, doo-dah. You're going to get your shit pushed in. Hopefully I don't get lumped in with the left. I'm going to straddle the fence. I'm an expert fence straddler. They're going to throw you in with the left, aren't you? And then you're going to get your asshole reamed. God damn it. But Trump, I told you you looked good, sir. Too late to start sucking now. Oh well. You already did that one, right there. You did that one last night about the pumpkins. And JD Vance is going to go around looking at pumpkins. That was a good one. I like that one. Huh. It's too bad other human beings will never like the things I find funny. It's too bad, because I think that's a funny mental image. JD Vance looking for tranny shit in pumpkins. I'm sorry, I think that's funny. Oh well, fuck you. You people suck. Hames Professional Center. Hames. They have an elevator in there, I think, because when they were building it, they had these concrete double thingy in the middle of it. I think it's a concrete elevator holder. So your average human being has no desire to be able to transform into a helicopter, just like fly around. And you're insane because you want to be able to turn into a helicopter, like a transformer. You know, Inspector Gadget, remember that? He had a helicopter on his hat. I blame Inspector Gadget for all these problems today. If you could get, you know, it was Penny. What was the dog's name? Brain? Penny and Brain and Inspector Gadget. He had a hat, a fedora with a fucking helicopter inside of it. That's where all the problems come from. You people with your helicopter fedoras looking down on the... You make cartoons about people with like fucking helicopter hats. And then you look around like, oh, duh, 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 duh. You wonder where people get their ideas from, you know. I identify as a helicopter because I saw Inspector Gadget with a helicopter in his fucking fedora. Interesting. Dr. Claw? You got a cat? So what was this about? It was like Donald Trump. He breaks the hands of people who count cards, and there's gonna be a bunch of arrests, and 100 generals are gonna meet next week, and then they're gonna and then Trump's gonna be like, he's gonna go talk to all the governors, and he's gonna be like, hey, you want to arrest some people? And then the governor's gonna come down, and he's gonna call the mayor and be like, hey, I got 20 arrests. We got some vans. We can throw you. Anybody you want to arrest? There's gonna be a huge million-man roundup in the United States. Bags over people's heads. And there's going to be a big automated system. Cameras everywhere. Facial recognition. Because he owned casinos, right? And that's where it came from. And, you know, broad strokes, right? I have no evidence for any of this. I'm just making it up. Huh. I'm like the drug version of Peter Zion, the political version of a druggy Peter Zion, I was taking some LSD. This is what I see. Huh. I wonder if that works. A druggy Peter Zion. Has anyone done that? Has everyone ever gone walking around like, I'm on LSD right now, man. There's a light up there. It's on fire. Has there anybody done that? I could fake doing LSD probably. Look, the ground is on fire, man. The ground is on fire. What's a Hearst? Pinehurst. What is a Hearst? What the fuck is a Hearst? So I've seen Hearsts before. What the fuck is a Hearst? You have a fucking phone. You're just not going to turn your camera off. Because then it would be like, you know. It's not as entertaining to actually Google what a Hearst is. It's more fun to just be like, what's a Hearst? It's like Pinehurst. How many Hearsts are there? There's got to be like a lot of Hearsts, right? Forest Hearst, Oakhurst, Treehurst. Is it like a circle? Is it like a... What is a Hearst? He ponders a question that has... It literally doesn't even matter. Like, if he just turned his camera off, he could be like, I could Google what a Hearst is. Bratwurst. That's like a wiener or a sausage. Wurst. So it's like a meat. Pine. So it's like trees made out of meat. Probably not. Bratwurst. Sauerkraut. Bratwurst. Polish sausage. I don't know. What is a wurst? Why do they call it a Pinehurst? Huh. Kids. So anyone who says kids these days is like completely an idiot, right? Because really, if you had any intelligence, you'd be like, you know that like people haven't changed in like 3, 5, 10,000 years. You'd be like, that kid's just like that kid when I was a kid. You know, you look at people and you go, that's just like Bob. Remember Bob from high school or whatever? You know, Bob is a made-up name, right? I think, right? You'd end up just looking at people and going, he's just like that one guy. Kids these days are just like kids back in the old days. Back in the old days, kids these days were just like kids in the old days. Kids these days are just like the kids back in the old days. Kids these days are just like kids back in the old days. Kids these days, they're just like the kids in the old days. Oh, you had Donald Trump, and then he's going to change his name to Chad Trump. I don't know. I thought that was stupid, but it was fun to say. I didn't know. There's nothing funny about that. You're just spinning. You're a transmission not connecting to anything. Just spin, 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 transmission. Spin, 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 transmission. Spin, spin, spin. Transmission clutch. Something. Is that what's this? Is that a whiskey bottle? What are you? You're a vodka bottle and you're a Smoothie King, and you are a sort of whiskey, are you, buddy? I can't tell. I don't give a shit. It's some sort of alcohol. Street Smarts. So Street Smarts means you get your little whiskey thing and you put it in your whatever, your big gulp. That's not a lot of alcohol. That's not gonna get you that drunk, right? Shouldn't you put like a pint in there? Or she. Could have been a she. Don't want to discriminate, you know.
Da 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 do da dee. I wonder if they publicly post like yearbooks on the internet. They do the high schools, right? Got a light there. Some ghosts. Kind of cool ghosts, actually. Skeletons. T-800s. Skeleton ghosts. It's actually, it's not bad. A little scary, that one on the right. Yeah, that's pretty well drawn. And paper mache. Hanging ghosts. They're ghost killers. This is like the Ghostbusters. Dead ghosts hanging out here. Kind of menacing because they kill ghosts and hang the ghosts, the dead ghosts. Casper the dead ghost. If you catch Casper, you hang him from the tree. Open? Clearly not open. Yet again, pet peeve. Friday, 3:11. What time do I have? I have 3:11 and 14 seconds. It's called a thread of reality. Reality threads together sometimes, and sometimes it does not.
The threads of reality. Threads through reality. Is it on 3 megs? Did you leave it on 3 megs for a second? How big is this file gonna be? Because you bumped you tried doing that one video, and then the your yearbook picture thingy, you didn't have the camera on right. So you did like a second take, and then you bumped up the megapixel. Did you leave the megapixel on high? Probably. How many arrests? Hear the vans coming. I hear the vans coming. Children of man, children of man, children of man, children of man. Better not leave a Yeti core. There was that one guy who left a Yeti core, but that was in like Tuscumbia. He had like a Yeti cooler on his fucking porch. Oh yeah, I was gonna steal that fucker. That one looks like a $20 core. That's not worth stealing. What can you pawn a? Sir, I'll give you a $5. You go to the pawn shop, I'll give you $3 for it. I got a Yeti cooler. I'll give you a $30, $40 for it. It's a $200 cooler. I wonder how that works. If you go to a pawn shop, I wonder how much they give you for like a $200 Yeti cooler. Huh. $300, $400, $50, $40, $30. Flying overhead. How long does this end up being? It works out fucking slow, right? 153, 215, 210, 205, 2. Doesn't matter. Yeah, there's some lights. Hey, flash. Is that a broken light or is that a Halloween light? What was that one joke you were going to do, like a velvet mouth? Yeah, I like that one. You should try doing that one, the velvet mouth. He was a man of great oral persuasion. He was great at oral, and he had a velvet mouth. He could perform. He would do anything Trump asked him to do. He was a good boy. He would. And if you touch one of Trump's boys again, Trump's gonna fucking fuck your shit up. No one fucks Trump's boys but Trump. Ooh, ow. Stop doing Baky Boy jokes, man. That's not funny. Funny to me. Fire with fire, baby. You try doing it with the left, everything is racism. Technically, everything is racism because it's such a vague and meaningless term. You try doing that. It's not in vogue right now. The car colors are racist. The color of white is racist. If this was a less racist society, we'd have more black lights. and less white lights, you know, because you walk around, it's always white lights. Look, you got a yellow light right there, or a brown light. More black lights, please. You know, it's one of the big problems with society. Too racist, not enough black lights, too many white lights. Try doing more anti-left-wing jokes. Yeah, communist Russia. You had to have like a passport to go from city to city, and they were pretty much Gestapo, just like the right. So they sucked. Chernobyl. They hit Chernobyl. I didn't know this. They hit the Chernobyl site. There's the sarcophagus. The sarcophagus is the thing that they built within the year of the Chernobyl. And then they built this $1 billion thing over, it's like a stadium, it looks kind of like a stadium. And they built that over the sarcophagus. And that got hit by the Russians in 2025 or 2024, and it started a big fire. And now if the sarcophagus falls down, if the sarcophagus is like a big metal thingy, and if it falls down, it's gonna make a bunch of dust. And that dust was supposed to be contained within a, like a stadium. You know, think of like a arena stadium. Or it looks more like a aircraft holder, like a thing you put an aircraft in, like a 747. Kind of looks like that. It's shaped like a U, you know. And they rolled it on top of the they built it and then they rolled it on top of the sarcophagus. And that got hit by a missile and there was a big fire. So if the sarcophagus was to be destroyed, which was built the first year that it happened, there'd be a bunch of dust that would go up into the air, and people would be sad. When the Russians invaded Ukraine, some of their soldiers, there was a big forest. It was like the dead forest or the red forest or something. They dug into the fucking forest, and some of them got like radiation poisoning because you're not supposed to dig in there because it's like really nasty. Like really, really, really nasty. Like a drone, a shaheed. Thank you, B1B, for teaching me about the sarcophagus and the rolling aircraft it's not an aircraft. I don't know, what do you call like a round metal thing? I like the B1B. There was this one thing in over New York Times Square, not Times Square, New York Park. There's a $40 million apartment. And it's like 50 stories up, and it looks right onto New York Park. And the people, if you own it, you own the whole level. It's like a micro skyscraper. Oh, that thing looks fucking tight. I wish I had $40 million. It's a $40 million to buy that. But that building, I think it rocks back and forth. It ended up being a shitty building, but still, it had like a beautiful view of New York Park. Now I just need. And then you probably have to pay maintenance costs to live there. It's probably like, $100,000 maintenance cost a year. At least it's a $40 million skyscraper. I wonder how that works. When you own a $40 million skyscraper level, you own the level, right? Huh. And you have like a key, you put the key in the elevator, and to get to your house, you have to put your key in the elevator probably. I don't know how that works. How do you... Yeah, I don't know. That's there's a whole etiquette to New York skyscraper etiquette when you have your own level, probably. You people wouldn't understand it because you're simpletons. There's nobody around. There's no skyscrapers around here where people own the whole level, right? Not charlatans. What's simpletons? I don't know. It's a good condescending word here. Whatever. SunTrust? Do you think? Does anyone own the whole SunTrust level? Probably not. No one lives there. No skyscrapers around here. Huh. Luddites? Nope. I got nothing, man. It was a terrible idea. The age of the city is over. The city was invented because before the internet, now everyone's going to become suburban. Because, the internet is everywhere, right? Is that true or not true? Because, the internet makes it so everybody can telecommute from their office at home, maybe. Wasn't me. The only prison is inside of your head. What the fuck? You quoting Manson now? Come on, man. Can't do that. Quote me some Manson. You gonna make me go down there and turn that open light off? He tied him up? He didn't kill him, but he tied him up. The one lady said he tied him up. Huh. He's innocent. He's innocent. Do 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 do. He's the hippie Jesus. He took the sins of the hippies, and he took all their sins, and he went to jail for the rest of his life. Hippie Jesus Manson. They killed Lenin, didn't they? Lenin is bigger than Jesus, so they killed him. Dun, 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 dun. Do, do, do. Do, 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 do. Do 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 do. Do da do do da do 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 do. Think your shoes are dry? You need to put them in front of a fan, and they'll dry faster. They were really wet. That one shirt, you were soaked. You were drenched in rain. Oh no. The end. I guess I got like 5 seconds left. 5, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.